Remember? You remember.
Oh, yeah.
You remember,
Oh, yeah.
remember.
So,
Did you see I released the first episode of The Misadventures of Scoob Dad and the Whacked Out World of the Woke?
I did, and I have to admit I did not watch it yet. I'm not sure what to expect there, to be honest with you, big guy. I'm going to watch it, but
Yeah, just watch.
I was like, I don't think the kids should be around when I watch this. I don't know. I just got that feeling.
No, yeah. I mean, basically the first episode is all dedicated. It's all pronoun. I went down a pronoun rabbit hole, and so it's just me reacting to pronoun TikToks. And the way I figure it is, since it's brand new, I don't really have anything in my For Me page. So once after I do a couple episodes and I go down a few rabbit holes, it'll start giving me this shit naturally. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll just let TikTok take me down rabbit holes once that starts happening. So I'm kind of excited. Also really concerned with what's going to happen to my mental health after this.
Well, it can't get much worse, buddy.
True that. Came up with the Can theme song. Morgan sent a voice message. Wait, Morgan came up with the straight from the Can theme song?
I didn't hear anything about a theme song. I watched the Scared Straight video he sent, but he didn't send me anything about a theme song.
He makes his own. Alright. I mean,
it's very 80s.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's a little repetitive with the rhythm.
Yeah, but he likes that. It's generic. It's not. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's a generic, repetitive noise that doesn't sound bad. Is what I meant.
Yeah. Well, what it is it's also like me when we make those little beats.
I just got
it. He uses pre-recorded, what are called what are they called? Plugins. And so it'll be a riff of near, and then you can use that, and then you mix other plugins of the beat, boom, 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 right? And you mix this all together and you make a little beat with it. That's how you do it generically if you don't have the skills to use like this thing, which school sent me, and of course I don't have the skills to use it, but it's a MIDI controller, it's a keyboard basically, and then you can play it on there, but you can use other plugins to change it to any sound you want. Fucking organ, guitar, fucking spaceship noises, fart noises. You know what I'm saying? And so
man,
that's how you.
We should do a fart show sometime.
Go ahead and say all of that wild shit online, man. You might need a Dr. Phil if you catch me outside. And I will not apologize if you ain't one of mine, fam. I cannot afford to give a fuck if it was finance.
Everything woke turns to shit.
That would be fucking cool.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You know Morgan's writing a script. He's actually writing a script to a movie. And basically, picture Over the Top with Stallone, but with farting instead of arm wrestling. A guy's going to a national farting competition. And it's a stupid comedy. That's the main character. And so we are going to be playing with fart noises in that movie for sure. Maybe we should do a fart episode introduction, with the character. He asked me and I told him yes, I'll get him to do it, and Kevin signed, but we want Kevin to play the main character.
He definitely has a persona about him, and that would fit certain characters perfectly. I have to agree.
Professional farter, exactly. Oh, yeah. Yes. He says he'll do it.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
So we'll
That's awesome.
we'll see. But you ready to get in this, bud?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, mother factors, welcome to FactYou, a show that can give a fact. I'm one of your hosts, Raisin Jr. You know
I'm
this is right?
Jason. You
That's
know
right.
me.
That's right. You love him. You love him.
The
Anyway,
one, the only.
right? The brother McMurray.
Yeah. So what are we going to start off with today, Scoop?
All right, so I thought we'd go ahead and start off today with some serious tragedy that happened just the other day. And the silly thing is the mainstream media is not covering this at all. And you know for a fact if roles were reversed, if political parties were reversed, if motives were reversed, if the victim was a black kid or something like that, or a Democrat, or anything like that, they would be all over this like white on rice in a glass of milk on a paper plate in a snowstorm.
Oh, you're talking about Dakota, huh?
Yes. So a man from North Dakota just the other day ran over and killed an 18-year-old kid in his car. And his excuse was, and I quote, that he was a Republican extremist. Him and this kid had a disagreement / argument, however you want to word it, over politics. And because of that, this 40-something-year-old man ran over this kid and killed him. You know, and the worst part of, not the worst part, the worst part is the kid died. But like one of the
How old was the kid again?
The kid was 18. I don't even know if he was out of high school yet. He was probably a senior, might have been just out of it.
Borderline. Okay, anyway.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, yeah, he's an adult, but he's still an 18-year-old kid. He's a baby. You know what I'm saying?
He's a grown-ass baby. But, you know,
yeah,
that kind of makes me wonder what led an 18-year-old and a 47-year-old to start discussing politics.
True. That is a good question.
I don't know that saying?
one. For all I know, maybe
he probably had a MAGA hat on. That's about all it takes.
Yeah, for sure. You know, or maybe they were at line at KFC getting chicken, and you just happen to start talking to the guy behind you like you do sometimes, and it just came up. You know, who knows?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know, that happened to me at work recently. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
All right, we're gonna try something here. I'm gonna try this share screen button. Let's see how well this works. The monitor starts sharing. Let's see here. So
whoa! I'm all over the place. Oh,
I know, right? Can you see that?
Yeah.
I think we're sharing. I hope we're sharing. We're gonna try this for a minute. Can you still see me?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So here he is. This is from WDBJ Channel 7, which I love their
Everybody loves a BJ, right?
Right? Yeah.
That would be definitely my favorite station. I bet the Weather Girl is hot as fuck, too.
Oh, gotta be. I mean, do you think that stands for We Desire BJs? Alrighty. No, all joking aside. Here it is. Man attempts to kill 18-year-old after political dispute. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I just realized something. I don't want to share this because then I'm going to put it up in the thing. If I share it, then my screen's all small, right? Yep. So screw this. We're going to go back to stop
Can't you put it in the magic window over there?
Yes, that's what I'm going to do, but I want to go back to normal to do that.
There we go. Nope. It's a whole lot of me. Yes.
Yep. Stop sharing. Confirm stop sharing. Okay.
Oh, fuck. I'm still all over the place. No, we're back to normal.
All right, you're back to normal. All right, here we go. And now you should only see me still, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Man attempts to kill... Man admits to killing 18-year-old after political dispute, court docs allege. Yeah. McHenry, North Dakota. A North Dakota man is facing multiple charges after a hit and run that killed an 18-year-old man. The suspect reportedly told deputies he hit the man with his car because the two had a political argument. Foster County deputies were called to the hit and run that happened in an alleyway in McHenry, North Dakota. The crash killed an 18-year-old man.
Oh, he caught him in a fucking alley? That's even worse.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
That's like nightmare shit right there, bro. I mean, like you're running down an alley and there's a car chasing you. You can't fucking go anywhere because there's buildings and fences and shit. Oh my God, what a way to go.
Right? Oh, that's horrible. An 18-year-old man from Grace City identified as Kaylor Ellingston. Court documents say the 41-year-old Shannon Brandt, he himself called 911 at 2:35 a.m. Sunday to report that he had hit a pedestrian because he was threatening him. Brandt told state radio that the pedestrian was part of a Republican extremist group and that he was afraid that they were coming after him. So this 41-year-old man was afraid that a 18-year-old kid was coming after him. I guess with the group, maybe.
Didn't this happen literally like 4 years ago? I think it was in Georgia or Alabama with the guy in the Charger. It was covered as white supremacist, but it was actually Trump supporters going to a what's it called? Not an anti-rally. Do you remember that? Yeah, protest. Do you remember that shit? The guy in the Dodge freaking backed over somebody.
I think I do. Kind of do.
And that person actually had a mob of people banging on his car and smacking the hood with clubs and stuff. God, I wish I could remember that. I didn't know we were going to go down this rabbit hole.
The one at the dude during Christmas who ran into that parade of kids and family and killed them all, and it was because they were white people. He even said so.
So, you know? Are we going to ban cars now? Is that what's going to happen?
Right, exactly. Right. Only gas-powered ones.
Right. Because the electric ones they can turn off whenever they want.
Exactly.
That's a whole other show. But there's, I mean, Tesla locked people out of their cars, literally. You know?
So here, there's just a small more to this article, and then we'll be done. So Brent allegedly admits to deputies he had consumed alcohol before the incident and stated he hit Ellingston with his car because he had a political argument with him. Brandt also allegedly admits that he intentionally left the crash scene, returned to call 911, then left again before deputies could arrive. Court documents said just before the crash, Ellingston called his mom. Listen to this. I heard this. This is so messed up. Called his mom to ask if they knew. Yeah, well, he called to ask if she knew who this guy was and why he might be following him. And she said yes and told her son she was on her way to pick him up. Oh, so the mom actually knows. That's why the dude was talking to him. He knew the mom.
Wait a minute, what? The driver?
Yeah, Ellingston called the mom to ask her if she knew who the guy was and why he might be following her. The mother said yes, and she's on her way to pick him up. And then he hung up the phone, and before the mom could get there, he ran him over. So this guy knew the mom.
Oh, of the kid's mom.
Of the kid, yeah. This guy knew the kid's mom. That's how there's a connection. So that's how. So he started talking to some chick he knows kid. That's what's up. A short time later, court documents say Ellingston called his mom again to say he or they were chasing him. It was after that second call that the 18-year-old could not be reached again. He was pronounced dead. Ellingston was pronounced dead at the hospital. Oh, yeah, and you ready for this? The dude was released on bail of $50,000.
$50,000?
$50,000, bro.
Are you fuck?
You know, intentional homicide, not accidental, not mistakenly,
that's
not
homicide.
I fucked up. That's vehicular manslaughter.
Homicide.
That's homicide. You know, yeah, that should be homicide. That shouldn't be vehicular manslaughter. That should be homicide. That's premeditated. That should be homicide. Like if you hit somebody who jumps out in front of your car, or if you swerve and hit, okay, that's vehicular manslaughter. Like you did intentionally mean to kill him, but you did. You know.
No, that's murder with a weapon. You're using your car as a weapon.
Yeah. If you intentionally are doing something, that is straight up murder. I'm sorry, I agree.
Yeah.
Just like.
What's going to happen to this person?
Nothing. He's out on bail right now. Because this just happened the other day.
Well, this was in North Dakota, right?
North Dakota.
Yeah, you know that's a small community state.
Is it blue or red?
Oh,
here.
It used to be red, but I think it's just like anywhere else. All the metropolises
Dakota, a red
are
state.
blue.
Well, it says yes, it's a red state.
Yeah, but it's just like
Politically, North
anywhere
Dakota
else.
is
Like,
known as
what's
a
the
red
capital of North Dakota? St. Pierre?
Something like that. Alexa, what's the capital of North Dakota?
North Dakota's capital is Bismarck.
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 Bismarck. Oh yeah, it's
I-
right here. I could have just looked on the screen.
Yeah, I bet you it's all blue, but and maybe some of the suburbs, but the majority of the state is red.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely insane. This dude, not only should he not have gotten out, he should go away for the rest of his life because this is premeditated. I'm sorry. And on top of it, he went after a very, I mean, yes, he's a man, but I mean, if I didn't shave my nuts, I'd have pubic hairs older than that kid. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
He's still a child, dude. He's not even done growing and developing and shit.
Yeah.
And
The whole
so,
life,
I mean,
whole life lost.
and over a disagreement or an argument or a political stance on top of it.
Well,
this is what happens. Go ahead.
This is that's what I was going to say. I think the same thing. This is how unhinged. This is what happens when they're left unchecked. I mean, it started out with a grown ass man throwing a soda in a kid's face at Whataburger in Texas 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And now we've progressed because they are all progressives to running them over with a fucking car, and it's okay. You ran him over? That's all right. Just give me $5,000 and promise to show up to court.
Yeah, right. It's more than, and yeah, that's the thing that they're not saying. It was a $50,000 bond, so that means he paid $5,000.
Yeah,
I mean, if North Dakota has the same 10% rule that California has, you know.
But
anyway,
it's universal. But yeah.
But it's more than just them going unchecked. This is what happens when you demonize, alienate, and try to convince a population that a certain demographic of people are terrorists and don't even deserve to live. The left and the media have constantly painted anyone who's a Trump supporter, right, MAGA, anything like that as extremists, as threats to democracy, as they don't deserve rights. They should be. And so then you get wackos like this who take it into their hands to go, okay, well, I guess let's just cull them, you know, let's weed it out.
Oh yeah, I mean, like even Maxine Waters, like went on public record, called Maxine Waters. I think she's from California, isn't she?
I don't remember where she's from, but
it was California, Arkansas. Anyway, but yeah, you know, and she said you see somebody with a red hat on at the gasoline station.
Congresswoman, what happens if we do not get what you just told? What should the people do? What should protesters on the street do?
I didn't hear you.
What happens?
What should protesters do?
Well, we got to stay on the street, and we've got to get more active. We've got to get more confrontational. We've got to make sure that they know that we mean business.
Yeah, get up in their face.
She straight up said, get confrontational. If I get confrontational, do you know what that means? What's going to happen?
You're escalating.
We probably don't want to fight. Exactly.
Right.
I'm getting confrontational. I'm not just being disagreeing or argumentative. I'm being confrontational.
In imitation and violence to further your
using the guns. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Pow, pow, pow.
Talking to the microphone.
1, 2. Is this thing on?
Check 1, 2.
You got to get some Joe Dirt up in there.
Hey, right?
Oh fuck yeah!
You know, I tell them the same thing all the time. I go, this sumbitch, this bastard will kill people. And I'm scared of this sumbitch myself.
I see some high quality editing in your future on that little time. Right? Oh fuck yeah!
Oh, but yeah, I mean, so it's okay to disagree. Matter of fact, I don't want to live in a world where everyone thinks exactly the same. You know, where everyone has the same. It'd be like the Stepford Wives and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, it'd be like NPC land. You know what I'm saying? And
yes, cookie cutter. You know, we need differences of opinions. That's how you actually get to reality and truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everything we think or say is right. We're just saying it's much closer to correct than, you know, what they say on the left. There's a reason why conservatives are always on the right. Because we're right.
Yeah, one of my favorite talk shows, I used to listen to a morning show, and that's what they say, welcome to the right side of the radio band.
I remember that. Oh, fuck. What was that, dude? I remember that. Oh,
KSFO, I think.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah. I totally
They were
remember
based
that.
out of, I want to say Concord, but I think it was Oakland or something, but they're still
Have I-
around. What is that?
Have I ever showed you this lighter that I got, dude? Here. You
Looks
can't
like
see
looks like a flashlight. I can see it.
it. Okay, so it is,
Aha!
okay, but you flip it down, whoop, you open the top, whoop, and then it's a fucking, it's one of
Oh,
those electric
it's butane.
lighters, dude. Yeah, no butane. You plug this thing in to charge it up. It's got an ion battery and shit, and it's just, it comes out a little X.
Can you smoke a bowl with it? Can you smoke a
Very
bowl
careful.
with it?
It's hard because you got to get it right
more
upside down.
It's
And
more for cigarettes and joints and
cigarettes
shit,
and like doobies. It works great for doobies.
blunts.
Oh, you know what else it works for too? Is lighting the torch.
Yeah.
So I save my lighter, my actual Bic lighter. I save that for the bong or whatever. But this thing I just use to light the torch for the dabs and whatnot. But the cool thing is too, it being a little electric like that, like it can be raining and shit, and it's still it'll light right now in the rain and everything. It's really cool, really cool. So anyway, this is a perfect time to go ahead and show the video. There's a video of this guy being interrogated by the police, and he straight up says what he did.
Yeah, I can still hear you and shit. I just want to let you know I'm not going to be on camera right away.
Okay, that's fine. I don't mind stealing the spotlight all by myself for a few minutes.
Oh, it's because you're a sexy bitch.
That's right. You know, it's like I always say when people talk about that Timberlake song, Bringing the Sexy Back, I go, what the fuck are you talking about? I've been here the whole time, bro. And sexy never went anywhere. It's been right here.
Yeah. It's just in Missouri now instead of Lake County.
That's right. It's just I took the sexiness from Cali to Missouri.
Okay.
Matter of fact, you know there's a
Exporting that
California, Missouri? There's a city named California in Missouri.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I might have to wind up checking it out or maybe moving there if it's kind of cool because, I mean, then I would still live in California.
I went to California City, California, and it wasn't very pleasant. I got to tell you.
You know, neither is Pleasant City. But I'm fucking full of them today. Anyway, jokes aside, back to this dude. So anyway, it's so sick and depraved. He did not understand why he was even in trouble or why they were arresting him. You know, he thought what he did was right and normal. And he's talking about how, oh, I got a job and a life and a family and people care, but like I got stuff going on. I don't want all that to go to the wayside because of this. Like, why am I here? Like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking, excuse my language, man. It's sick. It's depraved. And frankly, if I was inside and they brought him in, I would beg them to put him in my cell. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about it. I think you can use your imaginations to go from there, you know?
A judge ordered Brandt held on $50,000 cash, which he objected, saying he's not a flight risk.
I have a job and a life and a house and things that I don't exactly want to see, go by the wayside. Family that are very important to me.
Are you still there?
Yes.
We had a little accident. Had to go outdoors.
Okay. I thought you meant like in your pants for a second there.
I did.
Jesus, Mother Mary and Joseph. You piss yourself.
Well, it happens when you get older, you know?
Hey, my prostate is very, very healthy. All right. Sorry for the interruption. Where were we? Do we lose audio, or is it just noise cancel? Muted?
Yeah. I do that to try to avoid the cough in the background, you know?
Anyway.
Excuse me. Anyway. So, yeah, so like I was saying, did you hear me talking about the video? There's video of this guy, of his interrogation.
Yeah.
So,
And
showing that.
that just goes to prove how fucking stupid these people are. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy has been, I bet you $1 million, this motherfucker has been tube-fed CNN and the same news reports on every single channel that he receives on his cable fucking subscription. Except for maybe Fox. And the Fox will be the same story, but the opposite. But it's still the same bullshit when you get down to it, you know?
Fox is borderline leftist these days, too, bro. I mean, you got a couple people who aren't. Hannity, fucking Tucker Carlson, fucking Kayleigh McEnany's on there. She's totally not, you know, but like...
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah, it's a whole nother show. Damn it, I forgot the hell what I was going to say again.
So we were talking about North Dakota man, I can't remember his fucking name, running people over and he thinks it's okay. And you know, and then I segued into the
I remember what it was.
Coke guy. Then I peed my pants.
I bet you this guy solely gets his information, like he only watches one news show, and I bet you it's the Young Turks.
On the internet, yeah, totally. Yeah. But I mean, like if even if he just say that he didn't get any news off the internet, if you're watching, it doesn't matter if you're watching ABC, CBS, CNN, MSN, they all say the exact fucking same things over and over and over and over.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility
is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities, the El Paso, Las Cruces communities, Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about trouble and irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 And drive that narrative home. And I'm glad people are starting to wake up about it, but there's still like this dude in North Dakota that's still being spoon-fed this bullshit, you know?
Well, the left and the Democrats in general do that big time from the top. Joe Biden will say something, and then you'll start hearing Jean Pierre fucking Paul, whatever her name is, Jean Swansall Priol. I don't know what the hell her name is, dude. I'm going to sound like an idiot now, so whatever. But her, and then you got everybody on each news station. They'll literally, and they say the same thing. And you're right, when they cover a news story, they say the exact same words. And do you know why? They're conditioning the brain of the listener to believe what they're saying. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. Anyone who understands psychology knows that, dude. You repeat something, and you repeat a lie long enough, it becomes the truth.
Yep.
You know?
But that's a whole nother show too, man.
That's a whole nother show too. You know.
We should do a show on that. I would love to, because psychology really, really interests me. And if you think about it, I know it's off topic. Just let me go for a second. We've basically all been under a giant psyop for the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as far as the whole cramming the masks and the shutdown, and it ruined our economy. Oh, but it's coming back. You know, and it's a whole.
Whether people realize it or not, the whole thing was one big social experiment. They wanted to see just how far they could push us and what we will do, like, without question. How much of a subservient slave are you? You know? And it was shown that a majority have no problem with bending the knee, you know?
A large majority, and that's what's scary,
majority.
You know? So... Yeah. Anyways,
I on the other hand wore my mask I think 5 times total in the whole time.
I only did when I absolutely had to, like when my dad was sick and I went and visited him in the hospital. I had to wear one, and I still think it's bullshit, but I wanted to see my dad because I never know if I was going to see him again or not. You know?
Yeah, that's a different story.
That is a whole nother show too. But that makes me angry. That's part of, I mean, understanding that, I think, you would understand why I was angry about the whole freaking thing, dude, because it was a bunch of bullshit. I mean, you're telling me that, because it was thinner than cotton. You could smell my farts through my pants, but you think COVID's not going to get through this mask? I mean, just come on, you know?
I used to tell people that all the time. If you want proof that the mask does not work, go eat a bunch of refried beans and curry, climb in the car, roll up the windows, rip a big juicy fart, maybe shit your pants a little if you can, and then just sit there and tell me if you can smell it. If you can smell it, do you not think that fucking fart and shit particles are larger than virus particles?
You know, and that's a good point, because a lot of people don't know this, but when you smell things, the way that it works is small particles of that matter land on the receptors in your nose that go to your brain. So when you smell shit, there is shit inside your nose.
Yes, that's why you don't smell virus.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that's why some gases don't have smells and shit, because they're so fine, they're not sticking to the hairs in your nose and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, people are dumb.
Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid?
But yeah, so
are we going to talk about this big thing?
Let's move on. I'm just going to end it with, I hope this guy actually gets some real justice, and he isn't just, pushed aside like the left like to do with a lot of. And mind you, I'm a criminal, ex-criminal. Like you can't.
He's going to get a psych eval, and he's going to get community service with probation for 5 years probably, and that's it.
There's nothing I hate more as someone who does a crime then plays a victim, or does a crime and then pretend, it's their fault. Like, you know what, dude? Every time I've been busted for something, I'm like, you know what? Damn it, you fucking got me. You know what I'm saying?
Did it. You got me.
You got me, dude.
100%.
Matter of fact, I've done that a few times to things that I didn't even do just because I didn't want them to get busted. You got me. I've already been there. I know this song and dance. Let's fucking go.
Leave that kid alone. You know? Leave them alone. Yeah. I agree.
It's just, anyway, let's keep it moving. So, just the other day, Matt Walsh, we love him. You know him, you love him. He went and exposed a very large, prominent hospital of some stuff going on there. They just recently, so Vanderbilt Medical, Vanderbilt, Vanderbilt University's medical. So anyway, went and discovered that they just recently started a trans, whole clinic for just transing people and the kids. And they talk about how they will begin hormone therapy on people as young as 13. And it blows my mind how people want to pretend like, all it does is put puberty on pause. and then you can just continue later on whenever you want. Okay, for starters, totally no. You know, the
That's
same drug.
not true.
No, that's totally not true. But before we even get into like the effects it has on the body, you know, the same drug they use for this in children, just to put it on quote unquote pause, is a drug they use to chemically castrate sex offenders. Like it kills the shit in there. You know, I'm sorry, that's what it does. Anyway, but then, okay, you have a natural developing growing body that needs the testosterone or the estrogen to properly develop. And you're going to just put it on pause, and they're not going to get any of it. And then later on, the brain doesn't develop properly. The feet, the eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like
Well, the physical aspects is what they're looking for in doing that, I think. But I agree with you. You hit the nail right on the head. The brain does not develop correctly.
You're going to have a lot of people that are still very much childish. And matter of fact, that answers kind of the question that I asked on my new show. I got a new show out, The Misadventures of Scoop Dad and the Whacked Out World of the Woke. And that's one of the things that, little shameless plug there, right? One of the things that I question is, why are they all so childish? Dress like children, act like children, talk like children, and always gear their stuff towards children. And I realized that now, thinking about it, it's totally because the brain's not developed. That I already knew, but I was wondering, they're not emotionally developing, and I'm trying to wonder why. And I think a lot of them, maybe not all. You know, a lot of people, because a lot of people don't go on these hormones. You know, they are naturally just not developing mentally. Something is not. No one's telling them to separate fantasy from reality. That's something big in the episode that I keep stressing. That like I like fantasy. I play role-playing games. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I like sci-fi movies, all that shit.
And,
You know, I love all that shit.
It's called fantasy for a reason.
My little brothers and I, I'm the oldest. My little brothers and I, we used to argue over which Ninja Turtle we were when we watched the Ninja Turtles.
Right.
But do we walk around with shells on our back and forcing everyone to call us fucking tortoises, you know, or whatever? No, because
I identify as Donatello, damn it.
It's pretend. Like, it's okay to pretend and make believe. Like, the character I play in Dungeons & Dragons is a fucking dragonborn. It's a dragon. I'm a humanoid dragon. Do I think that I'm a fucking dragon? No, I love dragon. I got a dragon tattooed on my arm. I named Drake after a dragon.
You kind of think you're a dragon.
I think so too.
But that's not as extreme as what
you're talking about. Did I
just
realize my identity here on the show, bro? Am I actually
no charge for the free therapy, brother?
What is
that's
it?
What I'm here for. You're a
dragon sexual.
Is that my gender? Don't call yourself a drag sexual, because you'll end up down at the truck stop and shit.
Well, I can't use drag as one of my pronouns.
All right, hey, I got something to bounce off you, right? It's kind of a surprise. I didn't discuss this with you, but I got a little bit of fact for you.
Okay.
I say read, but actually I listened. I listened to audio books instead of the radio, because the radio just made me angry every day, and audio books make me happy and pleasant. So I recently listened to this one called Venus Plus X. By Theodore Sturgeon. It was written 1959 or 60. And it's a quick read. It was only about 7.5, 8 hours long, so that's probably like a 300-400 page book, maybe, depending on the type and size of the page and whatnot. But it was really, really insightful to what we're discussing right now. So Venus Plus X, I'll probably plop some spoilers in there, because I doubt if anybody's going to really go read it. And if you do, you already know what you're looking for anyway. I didn't. I just found it. It was recommended to me by my audio provider, you know, and I was like, all right, it was free, so part of my subscription. All right, I'll listen to that. And so it's about this dude that comes out of a time machine, and he's in the future, far in the future, and Homo sapiens are extinct. and these new beings, and they were like homo something or other else. I can't remember what the fuck the word was,
Sexual.
right? No, they were all bisexual, and it gets into it. Like, so this society, like this dude comes out of a time machine from the 1960s. That's when it was written. And he's in this far advanced future where Homo sapiens are. It turns out in the end, he wasn't any of that. And it was just the species was genetically engineered, hormone engineered people that had like 2 penises and 2 anuses and 2 ovums, and anybody could have children, and everybody was like asexual looking. Like you couldn't say, oh, that's a man, or oh, that's a woman, by looking at anybody and stuff.
Very androgynous.
Yeah, and everybody's kids they called it an incubation period after birth, had to stay at this central location and for a month or 2, and then they had to be given to the parents. Well, it turns out in the end of the book, a couple of these beings were outside of the area, and something catastrophic happened, and they ended up having the babies out in the wild. Well, the babies, guess what? Were human. They were totally normal humans. So what, in the end of the story, long story short, is this society was trying to neutralize gender identity. And this is from like the late 50s, early 60s. I think it was copyrighted in 1959. And it's exactly what we're living through right now. But in the book,
very close.
In the book, it was like a lot different. I kind of spoiled the book, but I didn't totally spoil the story. If anybody's interested, Venus Plus X by Theodore Sturgeon. It's a pretty good read, pretty good listen. For anybody that's an avid reader.
Listen to.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But it's just crazy that somebody that long ago, 70 years ago, 1960.
60, at least 60.
65 years ago.
60 plus years.
Like, envisioned what we're living through right now. I just thought that was crazy. And,
sometimes some very Nostradamus things kind of are happening, look at what is it, 1984?
By Orwell, yeah.
Yeah, dude. You can't tell me that's eerily accurate to not everything, but certain things,
Oh yeah, a lot of an alarming amount of things, and also another good book by him is Animal Farm, which is basically what we're in the middle of right now, also, and it's the same concept, just kind of a different story, different play on it.
Well, this is probably kind of along the lines of how these people do stuff like this. Is my grandpa used to tell me all the time, and I've heard it from a few other people too. But if you study the past, you can predict the future, because
history always repeats itself.
Generalities happen. You can see where social norms and things are progressing. Unless something changes, you can see where something's going to head from where it started at. You know what I'm saying?
And
if you actually just pay attention.
And from what's happened before, I was talking to I think you were also. We were talking with my friend Fred, and he said what we're going through right now politically here in the United States is just McCarthy 2.0. It's kind of like, I think what your grandpa said had something to do with the old saying, he who does not learn from history is doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing right now, man. And especially with the the power grab the left, the Democrats, as they like to call themselves, are going through. It's pretty much what happened in Nazi Germany.
Oh yeah,
I mean, almost to the year, almost 100 years ago to the date.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Nazism just like an arm branch off of Democrats?
Yeah, it was the national. I think that's what Nazi stood for. Was like the national. No, it wasn't what it stood for. But yeah.
Let's Google that. Let's fact check that.
Do it. So while you're doing that, a couple other things I wanted to talk to you guys about transgenderism is
because that's playing into what we were talking about with Vanderbilt, which I'm about to get into with Vanderbilt.
I started looking at suicide rates among transgender youths, and I'll send you all these links. But it's data indicate that 82% of transgender individuals have considered killing themselves, and 40% have actually attempted it.
Yep.
That right there is an alarming rate.
Yes. And actually, are you ready for this? When you get into Matt Walsh's "What is a Woman," he brings a detransitioned. Well, it's a woman, but it definitely looks like been sexually transitioned, whole bottom surgery and everything. Has a phalloplasty and all that. Can show you the scars on the arm where they took chunks of the skin off the arm and the thighs to make this fake proximity of a penis that doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, 10 years after surgery, see, people talk about, oh, this is gender affirming and it helps. Yeah, that's when they're not getting affirmed and acknowledged. And after surgery, they'll be all better. That rate actually climbs slightly, like not much. It's like 40 something early, like 42% prior. It's like 44% or something post. So it's about the same. Transgenders still kill themselves 10 years after surgery. And so, I mean, the problem is whether it's before, during, or after, the outward appearance of the body is not the issue, what's going on wrong with them. It's in the mind.
It is.
And that's where the help needs to be sought. You know? We need to be trying to help these people become comfortable with who they are in their own skin, because that is who they are. And no amount of nip and tuck is going to change that up here. And that's the problem, because everything is up here. This is just outward show. It's all up in here.
Well, that's all about your show, but it is. It is.
That is a whole nother show. Though there's the links you just sent me.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I just sent you those. I think 3 or 4 links about what I was talking to. Reference. Notice one of them. I think it was the second one I sent. Is actually a California state website. And I started scrolling through it, you know, and it's got PDFs here and there and shit, and I was just like,
Democratic Socialist
shit, holy moly, guacamole,
right.
You know.
The Nazis were Democratic Socialists.
Which
so
we're about one word away from that with our current.
Well, that's something I was about to
side.
ask you. Would you actually still even qualify most Democrats? Some are still totally old school Democrats, but would you consider most new modern Democrats actually still Democrats? Like I consider a lot of them
they're socialists.
Yeah, just like
and a lot of them will straight up admit it. AOC, she'll admit it.
Ilhan Omar,
she admits it.
Actually, she admits she's a
Marxist. That's a whole other show right there.
Yeah, I know, right? We should do a show on just the what are they called? The Squad. The Squad.
Ooh, we could do an expose, dude, like a 2-hour show, like a 2-part, 2-hour show, bro. We could feel like fucking Geraldo Rivera going to Al Capone.
I'll see if I can convince my buddy Matt. His name's Kilo. I played gamed on PlayStation with him for years. So anyway, he's from Minnesota. Ilhan's his freaking representative, bro. He hates him.
That would be awesome.
I'll see if we can get him to come on as the guest, bro. That would be amazing.
That would be fucking pretty badass. We should do that. Maybe not the next episode. Maybe for like
we'll do it in a little
like
while.
a series finale or something like that. You know,
a Thanksgiving special or something. No, we got to do something to be thankful on Thanksgiving, but we'll still totally lay into some people. Maybe we'll do some good stories on Thanksgiving.
maybe for Halloween we could do like the scary shit, like the Squad.
Right? The Squad. Make them look like they're ghosts and stuff and zombies.
All right.
All right. Anyway, so let's get into
else
back
do
to the trans thing. Well, we didn't get into the Vanderbilt thing yet. So
yeah. Oh, you guys got to hear this.
So let me rip through this real quick. So Matt Walsh went in undercover, and so Vanderbilt, they now have a whole like facility dedicated to just transgender, sex surgeries and stuff. And they're talking about how they'll do hormone therapies to kids as young as 13. They'll perform surgeries on like 16. It's funny, in the bylaws of this thing, it talks about how they need parental consent and the parents need to know about all this stuff, right? Unless the parent is deemed, a danger or a combat or whatever to the child. So basically, if you don't go along with it, if you don't affirm this change, they can just say, "Oh, you're not, you're a threat, harmful to the child." You get what I'm saying? And then they don't need the parental consent anymore after that. So they only need parental consent unless they deem you to be a threat. Not a threat, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, they go even further, bro. So then they went ahead and created a whole trans buddy program. So when you're going through this surgery, like when you're going through the steps and the appointments and the meetings and all that, right? You're given a trans buddy ally, whether they're trans or just some white woman named Karen, I don't really know. But you get this, okay?
It definitely won't be a white male, I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, right? Named John, Well, actually, I don't know. I know a white guy named John, and he probably would, dude. But anyway, so this person's whole sole responsibility is to go with the patient to all their visits to make sure that the doctor is being affirming and supportive and using the right pronouns. Basically, they're the hall monitor of the transgender surgery. And that's all they're there to do, and then report to whatever authorities if, the doctor says something like, well, let's not do that right now. Let's look at some mental health issues, right?
So basically, this person is going to be the arbiter of the confused child, is what you're saying, and its sole job is to ward off concerned parents and doctors that might disagree,
and make sure that doctors are fully ready to start mutilating and castrating children.
Mutilating, I like that.
Yep, and that is precisely what they're doing.
And what hospital was this again?
Well, it's Vanderbilt, is what I was always told. Trans clinic at Vanderbilt exposed leftist response by calling the FBI on the person who exposed it. Yeah, so Vanderbilt called the FBI on Matt Walsh because Matt Walsh exposed it.
All right, so I sent you a link. I'm going to send you another one. I just wanted to let everybody out there, since we love facts.
Okay.
The Vanderbilt family's net worth is $185 billion. And that's with a B, boys. And that was a year ago. That was November 11th, 2021. So
that's going to skyrocket.
They're probably up to 250, something like that. About maybe 350.
I need about 350.
Who knows?
And here's the video right here. So there's a video. So there's all kinds of videos
saying 350 right there.
So anyway, this woman, Vanderbilt opened its trans clinic in 2018 during a lecture in the same year. Dr. Shane Taylor, or I'm assuming that's Shane Taylor, explained how she convinced Nashville to get into the gender transition game. She emphasized that it's a big money maker, especially because the surgeries require a lot of follow-ups. Yeah, in this clip, we're going to watch it right here, right now.
Surgery made a lot of money. So female to male chest reconstruction can bring in $40,000. A patient just on routine hormone treatment, who I'm only seeing a few times a year, can bring in several $1,000s that requires a lot of visits and labs. It actually makes money for the hospital. And in the female to male bottom surgeries, these are huge money makers. Again, I think this has to be an underestimate. If they're quoting around $20,000 for a phalloplasty, there's been different things that I've read that said it could be up to $100,000. Dr. Winokur, who's our surgeon, said that there's entire clinics where the entire clinic is supported just by their phalloplasties, and that is like a fraction of the surgeries that they're doing.
In this clip, this woman straight up just starts discussing how much money they make off these.
Oh, that was the video you sent me. Yeah.
Yeah, how like breast removal, cutting healthy breast tissue off young girls who are still developing. They can make anywhere from 20 grand or more. To have a phalloplasty, which is the fake non-working proximity of a penis, can go anywhere up to $100,000, especially because of all the follow-ups. That's one of the things they don't tell the patient at the time is the amount of follow-ups they're going to have to fight off infections and weird things. There was this one guy who he's in the book, in the Matt Walsh book. He's talking about how there was a hole because it just wasn't like it wasn't correctly attached, and like it would just like fixed, fascinated together. It just like peed out of fucking like holes and shit on spots, you know, like when you peed. And fucking, it's insane, dude. But yeah, so Vanderbilt, it got totally bought in. Apparently this program started in 2018, this article says, not to help children, but because it is seen as a big money maker. That includes lots of follow-up appointments. Let's see here.
Yeah, because you know why? Because they're going to charge your insurance company, and guess what? If you don't have an insurance company, guess who's going to pay for it?
Oh yeah, that's
you.
Oh yeah, you. Yeah. Out of
Me.
Your own pocket. You're right.
No.
Yeah.
As taxpayers, they're going to use our tax money. They can. I don't know about. What,
because I doubt they're going to charge the trans kid. You know.
No.
For the family.
Medicare. I don't know about Medicare, but
I don't know if
there is that shit. You can do that shit state funded here in California. I'm not sure exactly.
Oh, you're right. You know why? Because it's no longer considered elective.
Yeah.
It's now considered life saving.
Or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, I think you're right, dude. Which is utter garbage.
All right. We're running along here. Let's move on to our teabag. Who are we teabagging? Okay. I totally forgot about it.
Well, do you want to touch real fast on DeSantis? We'll do it real quick. I thought it was great. I thought I'd bring out.
Are we going to give him the golden vagina?
Yes.
One more time.
The second time.
Guy deserves it.
Second time. Yes. Ron DeSantis, and we're even going to lump Abbott in the Texas governor because he's been doing the same thing. They're joint sharing this week. We're bringing back the Golden Vagina Award. These guys are brilliant. Yeah, right. It's hilarious, and it totally shows the hypocrisy and the lies and the manipulation of the left. You know, for those who don't know, DeSantis just sent 2 plane loads of 50 immigrants to Martha's Vineyard, the most expensive island in the world or in the country, where the richest people have huge properties and all kinds of stuff. And mind you, it's a sanctuary city. It's a sanctuary state. Or according to them, they are. They've even had pictures and flyers on their doors. Well, anyway, when the immigrants got off the bus, they freaked out. It was a national emergency. They acted totally retarded. You know? And anyway, I mean, they're kind of reminding me of like fucking commies right now, bro.
Fucking commies.
You know?
Oh, well, they certainly got him the hell out of there right quick, didn't they?
So it showed the hypocrisy of the left. Oh, come here. We want all your immigration. We want everybody here, but we only want you to stay.
You're safe here.
Borders. But they want them to come here, but just not there. You know, they want them to come across to the borders, to the towns. And like I was trying to explain to somebody is, we got to understand Texas and Florida and these places, they're not sanctuary states. They don't want them. So people in another place can't ask you to come here, but stay there when those places don't want you. It'd be the same thing as me saying, hey, Jason, your whole family can move here right now, but you got to stay at the neighbor's house. don't even worry about asking them. Just go ahead.
Not even the neighbor's house. My buddy's house. It's not there right now, in the next city over.
3 blocks over. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, what it is because I know anybody with a lick of sense knows this, but I'll just put it out there for those in Rio Vista. The purpose of their agenda doing that is to try to turn red states like Texas,
blue. Yes,
Florida, blue, because
100%.
all the Dems are going to give them the full access to the welfare state that they have created, that we pay for, against our will. You know, and then when it goes to them, you're like, no. You left your trash. You put your trash in my yard instead of yours. You know, yeah.
The Democrats. You know, there was actually a guy who made a tweet like that the other day, and then had to take it down because he realized what he said. He was like, "It's like you taking your garbage and just throwing it in somebody else's yard." And then someone tweeted back, "So are you calling the immigrants and refugees garbage?"
Man, I wish we had time to get into Don Lemon, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, we'll skip.
These guys are just like killing themselves left and right.
I know.
It's a whole other show, but it's so fucking amusing to watch, man.
Yeah, it's so.
All right, so we get the golden vagina to DeSantis and Abbott.
Yep.
I think they're more than worthy. You know, I want to know who fucking drives the wheelbarrow for DeSantis' balls, dude, because this motherfucker is just on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. It's finally nice to see a few people willing to stand up and go, no. You know, no.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, that's garbage. You know, get out of here with that. You know, and here's the thing, like, okay, and you're right. They're not trying to. They don't want to help the immigrant. They don't care about the person. They don't care about none of that. They don't want to actually help anyone at all. All they care about is votes. Is harvesting votes, creating more votership. That's it. Come into our country, just vote our way, stay over there, turn them blue. You know, and it's evil. It's wrong. You know, if anyone's manipulating, it's the Democratic left with their policies, and they're just saying, come on over. And here's another thing. During this, there was one guy that was at Martha's Vineyard who he was being interviewed, and he talks about how he came through 7 countries to get here. He traveled so far, and they're talking about how far he had to travel and how he had to go through. Okay, check this out. I'm sorry, with all due respect. Even if you are fleeing a war-torn country, which not all of them are, okay, people?
So you went through 7 of them? Is that
7 more countries. When you flee your war-torn country and you hit another country, guess what? You seek asylum. You don't get to go, no, this one's not good enough. I'm going to go to the next one. Oh wait, no, this one's still not good enough. I'm just going to keep going until I find the one that I like.
I'm going to the top floor. And not only that, the people in the countries right next to them speak the same fucking language. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there might be some Portuguese or something, but people that speak Spanish and people that speak Portuguese actually understand each other a lot better than people
the dialects are different, but they're
Spanish.
similar too, so they can communicate.
Yeah,
you know,
it comes from. I've done the research on it. It's a long ass story, and I won't bore you all with. But it comes from the same root language.
Totally does. You know, and it's just like it just blows my mind that people don't quite catch that, you know, and they're still trying to defend it. And I think it's brilliant, and I hope they keep doing it. And that's why Abbott
wait a minute.
and DeSantis are definitely this week's winners of the Golden Vagina Award. Got anything else you want to say on them, or should we move on to the teabagging?
I thought that was it.
All right.
Oh, wait, I got one thing I want to say.
All right, go ahead.
What was Peter Griffin's father-in-law's name?
Well, Peter Schmidt. Peter Schmidt's the last name.
Was it Peter Schmidt? Carter
Peter Schmidt. Yep.
There it is, right there.
Yep.
I don't know. I was just thinking about Vanderbilt, and that popped into my head.
Easy. Today we're teabagging. Shoot, hold on.
It's not Whoopi again, is it?
No, it's not Whoopi again. Why am I drawing a blank on her fucking name? Stacey Abrams. We're teabagging.
Oh, yes.
Hear what Stacey Abrams said just the other day in a forum. It was like a speech, but she's sitting on a stage with like 5 other women or something, and she's of course it's the pro-abortion, the pro-murder your babies club, and she says, because you know how Texas
murder's okay
states,
if it suits me.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know. The Mothers for Murder Association.
I bet we can make an acronym that said Mothra.
Yeah, right.
Mothers on the hating. Right, moth. Anyways, that's another show.
All right.
So we're teabagging this bitch because.
Yeah. So anyway, so she's up there on the stage. Go ahead.
I hate it when people, especially as a straight white male, you probably don't get it as much where you're at, but you used to get it when you were out here. You know, it's like people look at me and they assume I'm racist just because of the way I look and the way I dress.
Yep.
And it freaking destroys me, because that is like the definition of racism, is judging somebody by the color of their skin and not the content of their character.
Exactly.
And it's just sad, man.
Well, you got to remember, that is what the left does. Whatever it is that they say you are is the deflection of what they are. They call us fascists. They're really the fascists. They call us racists. They're really the racists, you know? All that stuff, dude. So, I mean, anyway, as some of us know, some states like Texas, and I think a couple others, are starting to introduce heartbeat bans on abortion, saying, okay, we'll let you have some abortion, which honestly I think there should be no abortion, period, but that's just me. But we'll let you have some abortion, but we're going to draw a deadline. And where we're going to draw the deadline is at 6 weeks, because that's when the heartbeat begins. And it is now a separate being, totally. And I think there's studies that talk about how right around that time they start feeling pain also. And if the child actually needed surgery, from that point forward, they could actually perform surgery on the child.
So what did this crazy woman say?
All right, you ready? This is what she says. Okay,
Are you ready? Oh my God.
Yeah. Are you out there ready? She on this stage in front of all these people. She here, matter of fact, we'll just let her say it herself. Here we go. Let's take a look at Stacey Abrams telling it right now.
There is no such thing as a heartbeat at 6 weeks. It is a manufactured sound designed to convince people that men have the right to take control of a woman's body.
So she straight up says how the heartbeat ban is manufactured noise created by the white man.
Me.
So they can, by you and me.
You know what I do in my spare time, Red? I go out and make heartbeats. I go out and make heartbeats at ultrasound places.
What do you think I use my? What I do? I make heartbeat noises and then I sell them to hospitals.
Dude, that is so fucking racist, dude, and so ignorant, and I cannot realistically fathom that is a direct representation of her constituents.
I mean, how else do you think we afford this fantastic studio? It's with my heartbeat money. But yeah, no, it's
You know, that was killer.
You're right, though. It's insane. And what's crazy is if you actually look at the video and you watch, and I'll show it again right here. The girl sitting next to her is just sitting next to her going,
there is no such thing as a heartbeat at 6 weeks.
Like,
it is
yeah, you're right. Like, that's just, that makes logical sense to me, you know? And I guarantee everyone out in that crowd is like, you're right, Stacy.
Oh, it's all white
Right,
people's
Stacey
fault.
Abrams. Yeah. It's fake. So all those women, because you know it's just a bunch of women. Okay, maybe there were a few dudes in there, total cucks, or part of the what is it, LGBT
LGBTQ2 plus.
The community, the alphabet mafia.
Let's just call them the XYZ from now on.
Right? Yeah.
The alphabet
which I know, which I know plenties of L's, G's, and B's, and they ain't with that T and the rest of them bullshit.
Maybe that's my problem, dude, because I never liked fucking SpaghettiOs. Alphabet SpaghettiOs.
Alphabet soup and stuff? Yeah.
I think that's what's wrong with me.
Well, I never took the time to spell shit. I just ate them because I like new. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and spell bacon before I eat it. Fuck that. Eat the shit.
I just ate the meatballs and sucked the juice out and gave all the fucking letters to the dog.
To the dog. Yeah. You're all, I'm not eating school. Fuck that.
Once again, another magnificent show by my good friend Raymond Hazen Jr.
That's right. You too, my brother. Jason.
I'm glad to be here tonight.
For sure. So Stacey Abrams, you are a complete buffoon and a moron if you actually think that, dude. And the sad thing is I guarantee there's now people out there walking around believing that bullshit is what I was getting at a second ago. And it's totally not true. In fact, the heartbeat is real. That is your child that you are killing, and nothing you say is going to change that. I'm sorry.
You were part of what's wrong with this country. A big part.
Yeah, Stacey Abrams. You are one of the hugest parts of what's wrong with this country.
That's a huge bitch.
Is she part of the squad?
That's another show.
I think we'll have to find out. All right, until then now. Next time, everybody. Fact off.
FactYou.
Go ahead and say all of that wild shit online, man. You might need a Dr. Phil if you catch me outside. And I will not apologize if you ain't one of mine, fam. I cannot afford to give a fuck if it was finance.
Everything woke turns to shit.